what a drive-in was. She heard you. Like, what's a drive-in?
What? You never done took your kids to no drive-in, bro?
I don't think I have.
Welcome to the Candyman Show. Experience.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're gonna have. I never thought about it until,
especially if you got some za with you. No, I'm joking.
Yo, hand me that. Well, hand me all three of those. Yeah.
I know people be on. It's all good.
What up, y'all?
Nah, man. Happy late 62nd birthday to Michael Jackson. I just want to say that.
Right. I thought you was Ken. I was like, wait a minute, ain't Ken's 67th birthday?
No. Good
Lord. What up, everybody, man? We coming through okay? We're coming through clear?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Michael F., what up? I don't think I see your name in here often. Drink more water. All right. This nigga gonna pop in the goddamn chat.
I just saw that.
Who?
Nicky do say.
All right, let's get. This is the place where sports opinions collide. Dead in Sports. I'm your host, Kenneth B. Inch. Joining me on the show, we got FIFO 24/7.
What it do?
BC430 will be joining us when he's finished with Dead in Gaming. And joining us via teleconference, televideo, whatever, Zoom, we got Shelton J.
What's happening, man? How y'all doing?
And Cutest Man.
Yo, I'm here. And we ready to do this.
And in the chat, Nicky Duce. Yeah, he's not with us tonight. But yeah, man. Tonight we're gonna wrap up our top 8 positions in the NFL. So we have the secondary, the D-line, linebackers, and tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, there were a lot of roster cuts, so we'll get into those.
There's only one
as
matters.
well, and we'll also talk about Ben Simmons, who made some news today as well. But
yeah, we're gonna talk about Ben Simmons.
But yeah, man, look, we're not gonna bury the lead. We talked about it throughout preseason, and it is official. Mac Jones is a starter.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Newton, I reiterate, is done, and he out of there.
So, like, done, or just done with the Patriots?
I think he's done, man.
Well, I think the one team that can throw him a lifesaver is the Cowboys, because they don't really, that backup quarterback situation really isn't solidified. Mm-hmm. They haven't played Dak in preseason at all. And very, very similar play style. So it's not like you got to create something completely different. You could run already what you got. And just have Cam come in there for a couple of weeks until you are 100% sure Dak is healthy, because you can't throw Dak out there 80% right now with a bad throwing shoulder. You know what I'm saying? So to me, the Cowboys should make that move. It makes the most sense out of everybody that needs a quarterback right now.
I would say Houston. Houston would be the place where I would think he would land, because I don't know. One, we don't know the Deshaun Watson situation. We know he won't start the season. Tyrod is good, but I think Cam is a better quarterback. And I don't think Deshaun will play this year in Houston at all. Whether he's traded or otherwise, he won't be in Houston.
I got him going to either Indianapolis or Pittsburgh.
I like both those.
I like Indy the most because of Wentz fragility. That makes more sense. And I disagree with you, Shelton. I think Tyrod Taylor is a better quarterback than Cam Newton right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, Cam, it's a route, man. And I think he did himself in when he did that little COVID move or whatever happened with that. I think that gave them enough ammo to make the decision official. But look, you guys have been watching and follow us on this journey. I said as soon as Mac Jones got cheered in the first preseason game, I said it was over. It was over. And I didn't know it would come like this. But nah, man, they love that boy too much, and he ain't even played. That was his first snap. So damn. But and Belichick is kind of dirty, man, because Belichick came out. I don't think Cam didn't really do anything wrong. He didn't break any team rules, et cetera, et cetera. And then he cut the guy. But
I think that was the best thing for him versus starting Mac Jones and keeping him on the roster. Only because as a backup for that particular team. Because remember, me and Shelton kept saying, like, it's hard if you start a rookie to go back to the veteran, right? This makes that a lot easier because there is no Cam Newton. And then number two, it allows 29 other teams to vie for Cam Newton versus you just being a backup here.
But still as a backup, though.
You never know. Like we just talked about certain locations where he can go and start right now based upon quarterback injury, right?
He's not going to get anybody out for a starting position.
You just said the Colts. Who's starting there?
Carson Wentz.
But for how long, though?
But if you get Cam, you can sit out Carson a week or two.
If he gets hurt. He's not
hurt
right now.
Okay, fine. The Cowboys. Dak has not played a snap.
But he'll play week 1.
But if you can prolong that, then that's better. Go ahead, Shelton.
If you're talking about the Colts, I mean, if Carson Wentz is what he was last year and the year before, you're gonna be looking to another quarterback because that team is ready to win now. And if Carson struggles, why not start Cam over Carson?
Wentz is better than Carson Wentz. Wentz was better than Carson Wentz last year. Wentz was better than Cam last year. Okay. When he was starting and playing bad. Cam wouldn't have made that situation any better.
But you know what, though, Ken? Like, when your quarterback struggles, you know that you got to make a move somehow.
No, I get that, but...
even if it's not a permanent move, even if Cam only starts a week, a half, or 2 weeks.
Even if you keep losing, because that's what happened in Philly.
Even if you keep losing. You got to make a move. Because you know what, Ken? You can't be the head coach that has a struggling quarterback and you don't pull that quarterback.
I feel you. I don't... all the way disagree with that. I'm just saying that right now, there's nowhere he can go in the present moment to beat any quarterback out of a starting position.
No, I feel you.
So he's probably going to have to. Cam about to be capped. He's about to be capped in this.
For different reasons, though. Cam can't play. I've been saying that for a minute, though.
Nah, he can't play.
He had a great preseason, though. He played better than he had in the past this preseason. That's why it was so hard and so shocking that they made this move. If he had struggled during the preseason, then this would have been a no-brainer. But he played good football. If he had been named a starter, I would have understood this even more so than Andy Dalton starting over Justin Fields. But it made sense to let him go if you're gonna go with Mac. Like you said, you don't want him breathing over Mac's shoulder. And that's what that would have been. That would have been a divided team at some point. So you had to make that move. We got a couple of super chats I'm going to get to real quick. Darius Williams. What's happening, Darius? Darius said, everybody laughed at me when I said you could get a QB like Mac Jones in the draft. No, I think that a lot of people's eyes, Mac went where he was supposed to go. I'm still yet to – the jury for me is still out to see whether he's going to be this great quarterback people are thinking he is, because I honestly don't think he's going to be that good. I just don't. I think
why though, Shelton? Why?
Because
he is, man.
But yeah, I think that rookie quarterbacks are often overhyped. There's only but so many Justin Herberts and Joe Burrows. There's not a lot of those out there, and everybody's saying, you had this great preseason. People are just all of a sudden crowning these guys as he's the next this, he's the next that. To me, that's overhyped. It's like, let's see what they do first. You're gonna struggle at some point. How you react to the struggle is what I want to see.
And I feel you to a degree. And I'm not saying that Mac Jones is the second coming of nobody, but there's certain things that Mac Jones possess that with this squad and that coaching, you can foresee tremendous success. The man's not a gunslinger, right? So he's not gonna put your offense in harm's way. He's gonna take the check down 9 out of 10 times. That's the Belichickian way. So that right there is a marriage. So remember, and I always talk about how like the best franchises, the quarterback and the head coach, they see things eye to eye. And to me, when I look at this head coach and that particular rookie quarterback, it seems like they see things eye to eye. And it's because Mac Jones was coached by Belichick Jr.
Yeah.
for 4 years. You know, so a lot of the things that he saw at Alabama, he's seeing now. Obviously, this is the NFL, better schemes, better players. But at the end of the day, he doesn't put the offense in harm's way. So therefore, I'm not saying he's going to be Tom. We don't know the type of clutch quarterback he's going to be. We don't know if he's going to have veins full of cold water. When you gotta go 3 out of 5 in a 2-minute drill, and you gotta get 65 yards to get in the field goal range. Like we don't know that. So I agree with you there. But what we do know is certain things, right? And those certain things you can project to say, hey, this looks like it's a good marriage. Just based off of what we've seen, it looks like it's a good marriage. It looks better than what Cam has looked in 2 years. It looks more natural.
I agree. And I think for Bill, you know, he's all in, so it just has to work. You know, we kind of briefly touched on this before, but you know, I think these quarterbacks coming out, man, good or bad, I think they need to play. You know, unless they are a project, you know, because they're coming in a little bit more prepared as compared to the past, because it was a lot of run heavy. These guys are doing these 7-on-7s or whatever they be talking about. These guys are coming in sharp, and the league will determine whether or not you can play, or your practice will determine whether or not you can play. That's why we ain't seen Jordan Love, because Jordan Love is not good in practice. So you're not going to see the field. But if you're doing everything right, we're going to put you on the field. That's why they poked a hole in Tyrod Taylor, because Justin Herbert was playing good. We were like, we got to get this boy on the field. So, you know, so we'll see. We'll see. Like, I'm not my issues with Mac Jones was when they were projecting him to go like in the top 5.
Yeah, like that's who San Fran wanted.
Right. I was like, nah. But where he landed,
it's perfect. It's perfect.
And if it don't work, then go get somebody else.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I agree, it's perfect. I'm saying instant success is what I'm talking about. I just don't think the success will be instant.
Oh yeah, I don't know what it's gonna be. So you know, I know people are prognosticating one way or the other. I don't know. My whole thing was Cam, and I knew Cam was.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I think that out of all of the rookies, I think Mac Jones can have the most success because he didn't go to a dumpster fire. He went to the team that spent the most money in free agency. He went to the team with the best head coach in modern era. So the expectation is to have moderate success. I'm not saying this man gonna go 15-1 or 16-1. I'm not saying he's gonna go 14-2. I'm not. But what I'm saying is the drop off from their dynasty years to where they are now. It seems like they should be starting another good run. Is it dynasty? I don't know. Is it 10-12 wins this particular season? I don't know. But it feels and it seems like the beginning of something new for Belichick. And the other reason why I say all of this, I can't remember who the hell I was listening to today, but they were talking about Belichick. But he wanted to start Tom Brady over Drew Bledsoe earlier, but he went with Drew Bledsoe.
Yep, he sure did.
He went with Drew Bledsoe. And he said that that's one of those things that he wish he can change now. Like he would have gave Tom Brady more playing time, which is also why we saw when he drafted Jimmy G, what was he trying to do to Brady? Get the hell up out of here. I got my guy and I'm a groom.
Yep.
So this time, third time, hey, Cam was never a real Patriot. But this guy, we chose him. He came from my junior program out there in the NCAA down south. I know what he's about. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna let this man run. And it just feels right.
Games,
huh?
You forget them 10 games. I don't know where you get 10 games from. They're not winning 10 games.
So they're not winning 10.
No, sir. They're not 10-7.
You don't think so?
I think so.
No. What on that roster tells you they're a 10-win team?
$200 million they spent. That's what tells me that.
I think that they could do it. I think that we forget that Cam Newton was having a great season last year, prior to COVID. And what happened was COVID took him out, and his choice to not get the vaccine led to what we have now. Mac Jones is recipient of Cam's error, like we're saying, but Mac Jones is talented, and we can't erase the fact that all we need him to be is in the ballpark of what Jimmy G was that first year. All you gotta do is be in the ballpark. And with that extra game, I can see them definitely getting 10. Because you're telling me that Belichick can scheme at least 5 games by himself. And I think that Mac and the team can play 4 outstanding games on top of that. That's like 9 games, and you got a 1-game push. They can get to 10.
Who's the number 1 wide receiver on that team?
They don't need a number 1 wide receiver. They have Bill Belichick. They don't need one.
Dumb down.
The scheme.
3-4 yard pass is like a 3-4 yard run. You like they can control the clock. Like they know what they're doing, man. Like and when you look at Mac Jones, what makes him special, right? Like what's the distinguishing quality versus his peers in this draft class? To me, accuracy, decision making. To me, like today, right now, coming out of the draft, he was the most accurate quarterback out of there. So if he's the most accurate, and you have a coach that doesn't want to push, he's not playing for Bruce Arians, bro. He's not trying to average 30 yards a catch. Like 4 or 5 yards a catch is okay in that system. To me, that works.
You still need to be what we talk about though all the time in the NFL. You got to be able to go over the top. That works when you're in the league, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You know, when you're trying to come back on some of these teams and create points, you need to be able to get the ball downfield.
100%.
And
Cam couldn't do that last year.
And we saw what happened with that too. And that's part of the reason he's not there. He's doing a better job, like I said, this preseason. But it was still preseason. But he looked a lot better in preseason. But him getting COVID again was probably like the end all be all for him.
When you say he can't go over the top, you saying that because of the lack of a receiver?
Yeah, I'm not saying he can't. I'm saying like they're gonna have to be able to do that. So they're gonna need a guy that can go out and get those catch. I think Myers was Cam's favorite target. He got the ball to him a lot. We're gonna have to see where Mac's gonna put that ball when they need to.
So
and for the receiver part, Mac can throw pretty good. He's got a soft touch, but we got to see what those receivers can do.
So how did you see Cam getting 10 wins with the same team? And if he can't do the same thing, the same is still there.
No, I wasn't saying they were going to do anything with Cam either. I'm not saying that Mac. Yeah. I think that New England is going to still be in that same realm that they were in last year, that same kind of area with Cam or him. I'm just saying that him being the starter is not the answer. The answer to all their problems this year is what I'm saying.
100%. And to your point that you got to go over the top, to me, that's when you start having all of the pieces to the puzzle. They don't have all of the pieces to the puzzle yet. You know, and to me, to win 10 games, you don't have to go over the top. You got to go over the top if you really want to win a Super Bowl. You got to have that threat. Even if you're not like Bruce Arians is always throwing downfield like that, but you got to have that threat if you're going to be a true Super Bowl contender. The Patriots aren't there yet.
And you got to get a quarterback, and you got to know if this guy can play. What are you about to say, Q?
But I feel like Bill Belichick has been able to scheme open that big play in multiple Super Bowls without having a number 1 wide receiver. I'm not even disagreeing with you, FIFO. I'm saying, trying to add to your point where you have, obviously Hunter Henry's been hurt, but Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith coming over from Tennessee, your 2 tight end set that you had success with from 07 to 2011. You terrorized the league with Gronk and Hernandez. So I'm thinking they're trying to replicate that. And then you have Aguilar, and I think they have some rookies who emerged as running backs and wide receiver who will obviously supplement their offense. So it's also just about time of possession. It's about running the ball, and it's about keeping everything in front of you. Those principles that Bill Belichick has been instilling in his Patriots players since he got there. We're not going to beat ourselves. And if Mac Jones is the quarterback who's not going to beat them, then that's good enough to probably get 9 or 10 games. I do believe that.
I hate Hunter Henry, by the way. He cost me last year in fantasy.
See, that's what this shit is all about. It's Hunter Henry.
Yeah, that's what I hate. Mr. Ant-Man with the super chat. He said, we need some black positivity today. Jamie's officially beat out that white man who shouldn't be named. MVP Jamie's season incoming.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's gonna have a damn good year.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talent there, experienced talent there, and realistically, when you look at the NFC South, it should be between them and the Bucks.
Yeah. 100%.
MVP season, huh? I don't know, man. I'm the biggest Jameis fan, but
that's tough. I was thinking about the Storm coming and how they were displaced at the beginning of the season. I was saying, well, that's a bad thing. But then I thought about it. I was like, well, maybe that's not so bad for him because where he is now, they're practicing in Dallas right now. And I'm like, all he got to do really now is focus on football because he's not home. So maybe that's the good thing for him to be there where he is instead of being in New Orleans right now. But we'll see what they do. That's the team that's up in the air for me. I got to see how what's the wide receiver? I think his name is Hill. We got to see how he looks with Michael Thomas out. If they can get the ball to Kamara 100 times a game, kind of like how Carolina used Christian McCaffrey a couple years ago, they'll be okay. But we just have to see what Jameis does in the leadership role.
You know what? I'm going with the super chat. Not MVP, but I will be positive. I'm gonna say Jameis will improve his decision making and Sean Payton's coaching.
Oh yeah,
it's
gonna make a big difference.
His guidance, under mentorship under Breeze. Yeah, we're gonna rock out with the guy.
I put it to you like this: if Jameis can have very similar numbers to what he had with Tampa Bay, but just cut the interceptions in half.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking 30-some, almost 40 touchdowns and like 15, 16 interceptions. Bruh, I'll take that. So basically we're saying 1 interception per game. You could win a lot of games like that. Only 1 interception a game, you could win a lot of games like that.
Yeah.
And he won't wear out like Breeze wore out last year.
Hey, he won't. He shouldn't.
Mm-hmm. We got a super chat from We Them Boys. We Them Boys, what's happening? Hey, we appreciate all the super chat love. I know I didn't say it at the beginning, but we appreciate y'all because y'all help us keep the lights on. We appreciate all y'all's love, man. We gonna definitely keep those coming. We Them Boys said reports that the Cowboys might sign Cam as a backup. Like FIFO said, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see it too.
No, because those
does it make business sense for Jerry?
I think it makes football sense. I think it makes because look, Dak has not played not a preseason game. Dak, I don't think Dak is at 100% yet, and I don't think that you pay Dak. You go through all that drama with Dak to put Dak out there to potentially get hurt. You know what I'm saying? To me, give Dak an extra 2-3 weeks. Go Cam Newton. Again, it's not that different in terms of play style from Cam to Dak. So just go in there and give Dak a little bit of a cushion.
Man, at least Dak can throw the damn ball.
I feel you, but here's the thing: Cam can't throw the intermediate and deep stuff like that can right now. But the short and some medium routes, he can. Like you can stay afloat. If you bring in Cam and you go 1-2, 2-1, it was a success. You just can't go 0-3.
Okay.
Cam goes 0-3. Cam out the league, bro. Hey, that's just where he is right now. If Cam can't be a 500 quarterback, it's over.
Damn.
Yep. Hey, wilding out Tracy with the super chat. Tracy, what's happening? What's happening? She say, Cam been done since he did that damn interview talking about everybody the same color, blood or something.
See,
he's done.
Tracy. I said that shit too. See, I fucks with Tracy, man.
What happened?
We and Cam said that.
That is the truth.
So what did Cam say?
He said we're all the same color underneath. Bro, he ain't been right since.
Damn.
He ain't been right since. I promise you.
Damn. He's saying they got him.
Mr. Ant-Man said Cam about to turn into Tyrod Taylor, just 1 year rentals everywhere.
Nah, like I agree with Cam. Tyrod better than Cam.
I don't think Tyrod is better than Cam. I just think Tyrod lays low. Cam takes a lot it's a lot. You know, like some artists, they need a lot of stuff in their kits. Like you got to do a lot of things when they come to your city. Mm-hmm. He's one of those type people, not the type that just come in there and blend in like he on the chitlin circuit. That's what the difference is in the two. So that's why Cam can't be a 1-year rental.
Mm-hmm. Here's where I disagree with you, Shelton. To me, Tyrod is better than Cam. Cam's highest point of his career, like Tyrod would never even smell that. But at the end of the day, where Tyrod was even keeled, Cam had a lot of highs and lows. And this low is lower than Tyrod's sustainability. And where Tyrod is always going to be Tyrod. Tyrod is going to come in, again, not a gunslinger, not going to have hella turnovers, not going to push the rock a lot. But you know that if you play solid defense and you have a decent run game, you can win games. With Cam still has the mentality, I got this big shotgun on my shoulder over here, and I'm going to force some of these balls. In addition to, he's never been the most accurate passer. Mm-mm. So to me, it's kind of like, look, man, if I had to compare him to somebody in basketball to make more sense, he doesn't have old man game. And the one person I question about that is Russell Westbrook. As much as I love Russ, what does the old man game look like? When he's 37, 38, 40, what does that look like? Because if it looks anything like Cam, eventually he's going to be out the league too. He's been 4 teams, 4 years, right? Former MVP, right? He averages triple-double, right? What does the old man game look like? Because if you're getting a lot of movement now, you're just on a slight decline of your prime. What happens when you are completely declined and you're nowhere near your prime? What do you rely on? Because you're not efficient, you're not effective. You relied on being a Superman, 6'4", 230 something, running over linebackers, bro. How long you think you gonna last playing quarterback? And to me, he just never revised the mechanics. Like he didn't prepare for old man game. And now we're seeing the effects of that.
Yeah, I can see that, and that's definitely true. Josh Bros with the super chat, he said Cam is 8 TDs, 11 picks in his last 17 starts. Any way you slice that is bad play, and minus his MVP year, he's been average QB at best. Thoughts?
I think we kind of beating up on Cam a little bit. I'm gonna actually shoot him some bail here. I really, once again, I'm gonna repeat. I think if he doesn't have COVID, I think this is a different conversation. And I believe that he's been hurt, he's been battered, but he was playing very well. He was an MVP candidate the first 5 games. You don't just go from being, oh, Cam is back, COVID happens, the team falls apart, and now because he doesn't have the vaccine, this is where we're at. But that doesn't take away from the fact that he was still playing well in the preseason. People were talking about, oh, Cam has the job. Cam, you have to give Cam the job. So how do you go from being the starter to being now, oh, he's been released? To me, that looks like a conversation that he had with Bill Belichick and probably, management, and said, you know what, if it's not going to be this and you all are even thinking about moving me for this guy, then I want y'all to just go with him now so I can go find a team. I think that's what Cam's ego and his skill set demands, where he's like, I'm gonna make the decision for y'all. Just let me go, and then I'm gonna make this right for myself.
That could be the case, Q. That really could be the case. But at the same time, yeah, it could be the case. That really,
what I mean?
His response on Instagram kind of said, like, well, he was saying, "Don't worry about me." Basically.
Right. And Sheldon, do you remember that episode of I Am Athlete when Cam was on there, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You remember how he talked about Bill Belichick? That's why I'm saying that. Is because the reason it looks like it may have been not a collaborative decision, but it might have just been a request, was because Cam on that episode talked about how, Bill is so different. He's so cool from what y'all don't even know. So if he's saying that, maybe he's just like, maybe Hoodie came to him and said, Cam, here's what we're thinking. We know that you're good enough to start. You know how he talks, right? Or Cam's like, hey, you know what? It's one of those two. It has to be one of those two. They had to come to this decision. This doesn't just look like you're done, we're releasing you. This has to be a conversation that happened.
Mm-hmm. You're right. And now that you say it, really and truly, I kind of feel you on that. I think that Bill would kind of prepare him. I don't think this came out of the blue.
Right, he can't.
Yeah, it's kind of like, even if it came out of the blue, they went to him before it came to us.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of gave him an option, maybe like, this is what we're planning to do. You can have some time to go figure something out, do this, or you can, something more happen than just him being released all of a sudden.
So many things can happen. So many things can happen in this case where Carson Wentz goes down with a foot issue again, week 3. Now you have to call Cam. Ben Roethlisberger throws his shoulder out again in week 6. Now you got to call Cam. You know what I mean? Jimmy Garoppolo is hurt. Trey Lance could get hurt as well. You got to call Cam. Like a tryout for the next. You know what I mean? Gotta call Cam. You gotta call Cam. Like, you know what I mean? It's like he's now in the position where I think he's in where Favre was, not at all in the same stratosphere, but he's where Favre was with the Vikings in post, where he's so much better than these backups that you gotta give him a chance to see if he can regain that magic and take over, like get him a 2-year, 3-year deal. But you're hoping, but you haven't seen it in a while. And I think that he has one of those apropos like Viking seasons of Favre and took him to the Superdome in New Orleans season. I think he has one of those left in him, man. I'm not gonna put it past him. I won't be surprised.
Yeah, 100%. And this preseason was a good audition tape for him to have. I mean, he got some tape. He played well, other than the COVID. COVID was what took him out of the starting job, not the crowds. Because from all reports that I saw was that he was Belichick's favorite. Belichick did everything in his power to keep Cam in that start. Because we know Belichick saying that it's not Cam's fault. All that stuff was like, wait a minute, that ain't Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick can tear somebody up. And he showed Cam a lot of love during this time. So I think that goes like, it needs to be mentioned, and it's something to that. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it pop up.
The only reason he said that about Cam is so other teams will look at him in a negative light. Because if you would have said Cam broke all the rules, this, that, and the other, I think he would have hurt Cam's future job opportunities.
Correct. I agree with you, Cam, but that's why he did it. I mean, if Cam if it really was Cam's fault, I think Bill Belichick's the type that would say so. And he don't care nothing about nobody else. Why would he care about hurting Cam?
Because he liked Cam. You said he liked Cam, but not enough to be a starter. It's just time to move on. He had enough of Cam and that hair.
Yeah, sure.
What other super chats we got?
Yeah, we got 3 of them.
The last Onyx. What's happening to the last Onyx? He said the best puppet coaches in the NBA, NFL you can remember. Anybody that coached LeBron. From the Blats to Vogel, you name it. What other NFL coaches, puppet coaches, y'all can think of?
You say public? What kind of coach?
Puppet
coaches. The one that LeBron is coaching. The one that coaching LeBron. Puppet coaches, Brett Brown.
I was thinking Brett Brown. I was going. If you said a Q, I was going to go
easily. Brett Brown. That was a disgrace.
Paul Silas in Charlotte.
I can say that. I mean, I don't even remember Paul. So yeah, that's definitely one.
Them Bickerstaff dude.
New Orleans had a whole bunch of those. I could make the case Steve Nash, but I'm not gonna do that.
Oh yeah, that is the case. That is the truth. There you go, bingo. You can stop there.
What about D'Antoni then?
Damn. For who? Houston?
Coach? Even though he has a system, but
no, he's not. He's not a public coach because, like you said, he does have a system. He keeps getting jobs, but Steve Nash needed other coaches to. He's just a face. D'Antoni actually coached. So yeah, I think we pretty much named them. If y'all got some, name them in the chat. Somebody say Mike McCarthy. I can see that. Anyone that coaches under Jerry Jones. Nick said Bruce Arians.
Okay, I can see that maybe.
Nah, not Bruce Arians. maybe the situation feels like that, but when that man took over for the Colts, the numbers Andrew Luck was putting up was not the same with Chuck Pagano. That's all I know.
Say it loud, say it proud.
Drink My Water said Zach Taylor. And of course, Nick didn't like that. He said, "You watch your mouth about Zach Taylor. Only Bengal fans can criticize him." Oh, Luke Walton. Yeah, that's a good one. I forgot about Luke Walton.
Yeah, Luke, man. That's one.
He ain't no puppy. He just bad.
Damn.
There's some good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Ant-Man with the super chat. Mr. Ant-Man said Todd Gurley can't pay a team to pick him up right now.
Them knees, man. Them knees.
Yeah, them knees are tough. Reports are that Todd Gurley may end up in Baltimore with the Ravens. He's visited there, so he's familiar with the team. And with them losing JK, which I'm heartbroken about, I thought JK was going to have an awesome year. Me too. I really did. I really thought he was going to play ball this year. And but losing him is going to hurt. But bringing in Todd Gurley makes sense. I mean, the only other top back they have is Gus Edwards, and he's been there like 3 years. He averaged about 700 yards a season. He had a 5.4 yard per carry average last year, which is still good. But
B-Moore's
a solid.
B-Moore's also talking to Le'Veon.
I think. Would you prefer Todd Gurley or Le'Veon? I think Todd Gurley for me.
To me, they're damn near the same running back.
Yeah, they're both bad right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would take Le'Veon.
Le'Veon?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you take him? Because he can catch the ball out of the backfield?
His knees will hold up.
He's healthier.
He's still shuffled a little bit too much for me. We them boys with the super chat. He went to basketball on y'all. Was trying to wait till Q came back because it's Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons wants California cities. Should he have the right to choose where to go? I don't know if y'all saw the reports the other day that Ben Simmons has officially requested a trade. He's going to take that shooting touch elsewhere. He wants to take his shooting talents to the West Coast. So,
yeah, we can hit that a little bit later when Q get back and when Ben get here. I mean, not Ben, but B.
I was like, wait, we're gonna have Ben on the show. Jeremiah Cleveland with the super chat. He said, "How you guys feel about my Steelers? Top 3 and D, and Devin Bush coming back with the run game now. Najee looks nice." And Ben had 33 TDs and 10 interceptions last year. The Steelers will be the Steelers to me. I mean, they're going to always be – they've been very consistent forever, and they're going to always be the same thing. I worry about Ben and holding up because he's breaking down right before our eyes. I hate that they didn't have a contingency plan in place to replace him. Dwayne Haskins is not the answer right now, at least. But if something happened, so ain't Rudolph either. If something happens, I don't know what they do. But they're going to be as long as Ben stays healthy, Pittsburgh is always going to be in the hunt.
I think it's going to come down to that running back. If Najee Harris get off, if he can run that ball and run it effective, and the line can make holes for him, and he can create his own holes, and get enough breakaway runs, man. I think, they can. I think that'll help Big Ben. That'll help that defense, and I think that'll give them a lot of opportunities to win games.
100%. Weren't they like 11-0 last year or some shit like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah, they didn't turn the ball over. They couldn't run worth a damn, but the defense. So I think that as long as Ben Simmons, Ben Roethlisberger keeps down the turnovers, and we know that he is a gunslinger, but he is older, so hopefully, that experience has taught him something. And as long as he can keep the turnovers down, they could play that type of defense, and they could run the ball. They're always going to be a threat. You know what I'm saying? We already know the type of head coach that Mike Tomlin is. We already know the culture that is the Pittsburgh Steelers. So as long as the turnovers aren't there, they could run with anybody. But I definitely think they are devoid of enough bullets when you try to get to that next level, right? Like, can they sneak into the wild card? Yes, 100%. I don't think they're the best team in their division. I don't think they win that division. But can they make the wild card? Yes. Can they scare some teams? Yes. But when you look at the likes of the Browns, the Ravens, the Chiefs, you gonna put up points with them? As much as I love Chase Claypool, I like their wide receiving core over there. It ain't them other squads. You know,
Right.
it's just not them other squads. Can they beat Buffalo? I don't know. I don't know if they can put up enough points to beat the elite squads of the AFC. But can they be there? Can they scare them? Can they be down 7 to 10 points and push that other squad? Yeah, but winning like a championship? No, they're not there. They need a quarterback.
Rafael Rico said Pittsburgh is overrated. I can't say that. I can never say that about Pittsburgh. And the only reason I say that is because they do the same thing. I mean, if anything was, I'm saying they've been the most consistent team in the NFL. So you can't argue with that. I mean, like I said, the only thing that would make them overrated, like I said, well, not overrated. The only thing that would make them struggle is if Ben gets hurt. Other than that, I think they'll be what they
Talking
are.
about Pittsburgh, yeah. Pittsburgh, they fraudulent, man. That offensive line is terrible. I gotta be real with you. The offensive line is absolutely atrocious. I don't know what the Rooneys have been doing the last 7 years, but I don't know what they're looking at. Ben Roethlisberger has been cooked for probably the last 3 years now, like beyond cooked. And I don't know if it's their loyalty to him or whatever, exit meetings where he's crying or whatever, telling them that, I can make it right. I'm going to do right by y'all. No, you're not. You're not going to do nothing. You're going to be right where you were. The division, they could still win it, but that don't mean nothing. And I don't think they're going to win it. I see them winning probably 8 or 9 games because Ben and that line, and Haskins ain't coming to save you.
So you got New England winning more games than Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I do. And I love Devin Bush. I love TJ Watt. I still think JJ should have went there, but he went for the bag. But they have a great defense, and they will win games. They'll probably win like 7, 8 games because of the defense. This is how good it is. But I don't think Ben is in the position to carry you in games anymore. He can't do that, and the offense is not potent enough to make such a leap that it'll balance out. So I'm seeing Pittsburgh, I love what they do a lot of times on the defensive side of the ball, but just can't. I just can't jack it.
Damn. Josh Bros with the super chat. What's happening, Josh? Man, we appreciate the love these last couple weeks. Keep it coming. Hey, man, make sure y'all hit the like button if you have not, please. If you're in here, we got 143 people right now, I think it is. If you could please hit the like button, we greatly appreciate that. Josh Bros said expectations for the Seahawks and Russell Wilson this year. Russ, my favorite player, but he come up short in the playoffs the last few seasons.
They have to make it to the second round. That's all they have to do, in my opinion. To validate what Russell Wilson is telling us through all these, reports and all this second hearsay and whatnot, secondhand reports and Russell Wilson wants out. Russell Wilson needs to get me to the second round. That's what he can do to shut up a lot of this talk that's been around him, all around his name, saying, Russ not holding up his end of the bargain. Russ flames out. He has to stay consistent, but the Seahawks also have to put a team around him that is sustainable. That offensive line was not the best, and he's still running for his life. And I think that the one thing that he has to do at this point in time is to silence the doubters who told them that this is all about the LOB. It was all Legion of Boom. You had really like 5 to 10% to do with this. He got to get them to the second round, and he got to show out.
Tracy G with the super chat. Again, Tracy, what's happening? With the reports coming out about other agents, glad that Noel is suing Rich Paul. Is it safe to say Rich Paul should only have LeBron as a client? Is what she means.
No, he's an agent.
That's his
business.
Have
multiple clients. And just because you may have the biggest client in the game right now doesn't mean that you should only be representing that one person. Like, can you imagine how much your income level will decline if you got rid of all of your clients? Like, nah. We live in a capitalistic society, so it's always about getting more and more clients and what you can do for them. But in the midst of growing such a large entity, what happens is people fall through the cracks. Nerlens just may happen to be one of those people. But I think basketball player, I think professional athletes in general should have a general understanding of what your value is based upon other people and what they get signed. You know what I'm saying? So to me, like, if next season we see Dennis Schroeder talk about he want to sue his agent, no, that's not 100%. All of these moves are not 100% on the agent. You know what I'm saying? Nerlens was the one that had to say, nah, I don't want that deal too. At the end of the day, who has the final say? It's not the agent. It's the player that's represent the player. So if the Dallas Mavericks come to you with a particular contract situation and your agent says, nah, sign a shorter term, we can do something bigger in the future, you got to look at yourself and be like, okay, well, what team next year is going to have the cap space or the need for my talent versus what I got right here, right now? So I think that a lot of you professional athletes, I don't know if y'all watch us like that, or you watch, maybe not live, but on take some accountability, bro. It's not all on the agent. It's not all on you either. But come on, you know what I'm saying? In that certain situation, I don't know. I can't blame one or the other, but come on.
Right. And it's all about educating yourself. I mean, where a lot of athletes make the mistake of doing is they feel like you hire an agent to handle everything for you and you kind of want to stay away from that side. You still need to know something about the business. The great ones we talk about, the Kobe Bryants, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnsons, these guys, they were in tune with their business. Some a little bit more than others. Kobe, for example, and I learned this from I went to Nike, and they talked about how in-depth he was with wanting to know about his product, how he wanted to know how sales were going in certain areas and things. Like he was always in tune with his business, and he kept that going. So you got to know what's important to you. My first thing is going to be the love of the sport. But number two, and right behind it, is going to be my business. Because when the sport is done, when my legs are gone, when my situation is over, similar to how Cam is, you ain't got to worry about me. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they got to look at it. Like, I got to be able to sustain myself after my playing career. And I should have made enough to where we have generational wealth at this point to carry on in the good situation. The ones that are, the borderline players, those guys, they better learn something anyway. They better be taking, studying the Rob Pelinkas to go on and do the things that he did. That's your example. He played in Michigan. He was a decent basketball player, but he put himself in position to learn what was going on about the business. Now he's on that side of it. And that's kind of how you want to handle that.
How many more we got?
We got a couple more. Off topic, Andy TSN said, off topic, but thoughts on Shohei Ohtani.
I think he's dope, man, to be able to play both positions like that, to pitch and to be able to hit. I haven't kept up with him since he had, his breakout popularity moment where, he seemed to be the talk of the town, got Stephen A. Smith in trouble. But I think doing what he's able to do in the MLB is unique and hasn't been seen since Babe Ruth or something like that. So is it sustainable? I don't know. We'll see. He stays hurt often. So
he's hurt now.
It doesn't seem like it is something that's sustainable. At some point, he's going to have to pick a position.
Yeah, he's hurt now. He hurt his – I think he got hit on his pitching hand, I think that's what happened to him. But it's still remarkable. It's an awesome thing to watch. And it's exciting. I appreciate that. I really do. It'd be better if he was with a team that was, in contention. That would make it even greater. But it's still fun to watch. Go Braves.
Yeah, Vlad Jr. is the truth.
Mm-hmm. Jeremiah Cleveland with the super chat. He said Lamar is 1-2 against us, 3 TDs and 5 interceptions. I think he's talking about the Steelers when people say the Steelers don't have a chance against the elite teams. I think he was answering Nick. But yeah, like I said, I won't ever bet against the Steelers. They'd have to prove it to me on the field that they're not worthy. Even though the offensive line is trash, I still think they'll figure out. We talk about figured out a way. They figure out a way every single time. That team went 11-0 last year. And everybody talked about how bad they were. And I'm like, ain't doing nothing but winning games. Like, what more do you want from them? Drink more water with the super chat. Drink more water says, it seems like it comes to black QBs. They're either starters or out of the league. Rarely do you see a black backup QBs historically in the league. Tyrod Taylor is one of the few.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other guy's name?
Jacoby
Jacoby Brissett is another one that's very good. What's the one that played? He played at Pittsburgh and he played at Detroit. Charlie Batch.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Michael Vick.
That was a couple of them that thrived in that backup position, but not another. You're right. You're absolutely right when you say that. They'll drink more water.
Well,
you don't see.
Cunningham was a backup for a long period.
I guess what he's saying is like some of these career backups. Those guys that we mentioned, like the Vicks and the Cunningham, I wouldn't count them because they were starters turned backups. You know what I'm saying? Like they were in the limelight at one point. I guess he's saying that there's no solid, like Chase Daniel, for example. Chase Daniels has been in the league forever. Garrett Gilbert been in the league forever as a backup. Some of these guys are career backups.
Well, maybe and we don't see Cam now.
We'll see. Josh Bros with the super chat. What's up, Josh? Josh said, I got Carolina going 10-7 this year, and Darnold being the most improved player. What are you guys' expectations for them this year?
That's all Shelton. But I do think Sam Darnold's going to ball out, though.
Hey, Marty McFly is right. Seneca Wallace was a career backup.
Seneca Wallace. That's what I was trying to think of, too. That's the one I was thinking of. Not Charlie Batch. It was Seneca Wallace. Thank you.
But Charlie Batch was a good one, too, though.
Yeah, he was. Geno Smith now. Yes, Geno Smith. I forgot about Geno. Carolina going 10-7. Man, I have no idea. I'm still praying. I'm praying some kind of way they decide to go ahead and make the move for Deshaun. I'm just really not a Sam Darnold fan.
You can give this Deshaun Watson thing up, bro.
Bring him home.
Anyway, was that it? I was trying to wait for B to get done with the. I think he's packing up now, so we can get into these lists.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long one tonight.
Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions to get to.
So I was asking Ken how we should do it because like the D linemen, I only made them like D linemen, kind of like the front court in basketball. I didn't do D tackle defensive ends.
I didn't either. That's how I did.
Okay, bet. And just like linebackers too, I didn't do outside and middle. Like I just did.
Me neither.
Okay,
Me neither. So I did tight ends, D linemen, and linebackers, and defensive back.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, it looks like Nick is on his way. I mean, not Nick, but damn, Beezy is on his way up here. So we're going to get started, man. Which position you guys want to start with first?
Let's start with tight end so we can finish out the
offense.
Yeah, the offense.
Let's do it. Shelton, we're gonna kick it off with you. Who's number 8?
Number 8 on my tight ends list is Jonnu Smith.
Okay. FIFO?
I got Evan Ingram.
Q's gone. I don't even know if he made a list. All right. So I have TJ Hawkinson.
Bet.
I got that.
Hey Q, before we continue, did you make any of these lists? We just
I only made corners, so I can do corners.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Cool. All right. So we're gonna knock out these tight ends. Okay. So Shelton,
right.
number 7.
Mike Gesicki with the Dolphins.
I love Mike. For me, number 7, I got Hunter Henry.
I got Dallas Goedert.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Shelton,
yeah.
Number 6.
Number 6, I got Noah Fant with Denver.
And you had the audacity to snark at my Evan Ingram pick. Okay.
No, I said I forgot Evan Ingram.
Oh, okay. Bet.
Yeah, no, that was a great pick. That was a great call. I forgot it.
All right, bet. At number 6, I got TJ Hawkinson.
Number 6, give me Darren Waller.
6?
Dang,
6?
Dang, bro. You got 5 tight ends better than Darren Waller?
Hey, you tripping. You tripping.
What you 5, Shelton?
5, I got Mark Andrews, Baltimore.
Number 5, I got Mike Gesicki, Dolphins.
5, give me Kyle Pitts.
Your whole list is invalidated. You putting a rookie over Darren Waller?
All right, we can reverse him.
Even damn still.
Reverse him.
Ken, you be joking.
Yeah. What number we at? He fucked me up.
4.
I forgot. We had 4. 4, give me T.J. Hawkinson. I think T.J. Hawkinson led the league in receiving yards or receptions, one of the two. That's why he's so high on my list.
But 4 for me, give me Dallas Goedert.
4 for me, give me Robert Tonyan.
I like Tonyan.
Number 3, give me Darren Waller.
Number 3, give me Darren Waller.
Number 3, give me Hunter Henry.
Man, Hunter Henry ain't played 10 games in 10
Hunter
years.
Henry, a bad boy, man.
Oh, my gosh. Have you not watched him?
Number 3? I don't know.
No, sir.
Watch.
All I know, the top 2 need to be the same across the board. Number 2 for you?
Yeah. George Kittle.
Yep, me too. George Kittle.
Oh, yeah, same.
Okay, then number 1, Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce by far.
Yeah, I think when you talk about the combination of blocking, receiving, long routes, medium routes, short routes, the difference between Travis Kelce, George Kittle, and the rest of everybody else is pretty big. I think Darren Waller is starting to close up that gap a little bit, but to me, Darren isn't as a willing of a blocker. And then those intermediate routes across the middle, he don't like that. He don't like to be as physical as the other two. That's my issue with Darren.
Let me give y'all Nick Ducey's list real quick. Nick said at number 8 he had Noah Fant. Number 7 he had Kyle Pitts. Number 6 he had T.J. Hawkinson. Number 5 Rob Gronkowski. Forgot about Gronk too. Number 4 he had Mark Andrews. Number 3 he had Darren Waller. 2 George Kittle and 1 Travis Kelce. Arturo Stover, no, Ken is not acting different tonight. This is Ken all the time.
This is always Ken. All right, so let's go D-line. I'll start off. At number 8, give me DeForest Buckner.
Shit.
What we doing?
D-line.
D-line.
I still haven't refined my list. Are Nick and Joey, are they linemen? D-line?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 8, give me Joey.
Give me DeForest Buckner, number 8.
Wait, hold on. So what the hell just happened? So
wait,
hold on. Who? So I went, then Shelton went, then you went. Okay.
No, it was really Ken. Ken was before me, but I just went because he was.
Yeah. No, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on 1 second.
We're on number 7 now.
7, 6.
At number 7, give me Nick Bosa.
4.
Hey, Connor Pearson Ward, he's number 2 in the league. I was talking about amongst tight ends when I was talking about TJ Hawkinson. I just meant amongst tight ends. Kelsey was number 2 in the league in receiving yards. You got one? If you ain't got one,
go ahead, Shelby.
Nick Bosa is my number 7 as well.
Damn. Okay. Let me go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, cool. Let me go with Cam Jordan at number 7.
Can't say you looking at Madden ratings.
At number 6, give me Kenny Clark.
I like it.
Number 6, give me Khalil Mack.
He be a linebacker though.
Yeah, he cheating.
No, Khalil Mack is a defensive end.
He an outside linebacker 3-4 scheme.
He's a defensive end.
Nah, he's an outside linebacker in a 3-4 scheme. He plays the edge. He's an edge rusher. So at times he may put his hand down if they play 4-3 or a different scheme, but typically he plays without his hand. He doesn't play 3 technique. He's typically upright, playing the edge.
The times when he does put his hands down, he's still better than the other guys.
So that's cool. We'll go with Khalil Mack.
Where is it at? Number 6, Aaron Donald.
Y'all doing defensive end or just defensive line?
Defensive lineman.
Oh, okay.
D-line altogether. Ken.
I had defensive end.
Hey, you are tripping. So you said number 6, Aaron Donald?
Yeah, number 6.
All right, so number 5, give me Joey Bosa.
You had Joey over Nick?
Yeah. He's quicker. He's more like Nick to me is more stout, bigger. I could hold up a D lineman where Joey's like, I'm gonna run around you and then spin off of you.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that Nick can't do that, but Nick is just he's a little thicker than Joey.
We on 5?
Yeah, we on 5.
5, give me this tough right here. For now, give me Chase Young.
Number 5, I got Joey Bosa.
All right. At number 4, what am I? Give me Grady Jarrett.
Sheldon.
Give me Myles Garrett at number 4.
Number 4, TJ Watt. That's my white boy run right here.
Yeah.
Not white boy run.
I forgot about TJ Watt, honestly.
Damn, so you put Watt over Darnold? Aaron Darnold?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he tripping.
Damn.
At number 3, give me Myles Garrett.
At number 3, give me TJ Watt.
Number 3, give me Nick Bosa.
Damn, Nick Bosa up there.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Bosa some love now.
Yeah, you are. At number 2, give me Chris Jones.
That's a good one. But give me Shaq Barrett at number 2. Led the league in sacks last year.
I got Chase Young.
At number 1, Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald, of course.
Myles Garrett.
You tripping. You tripping like a motherfucker, boy.
Myles Garrett, boy.
You tripping like a motherfucker, bro. I love Myles, but he not the best D lineman in the game.
Watch.
So you want me
Aaron
I'll run down my
Let me give y'all Knicks. Oh, you got yours too, Bees?
Yeah.
Yeah, B here. We're gonna go with B first.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead, man.
All right, so at number 8, I got Zach Darius Smith at number 8. At number 7, I got At number 7, I got Stephen Type
I know you
from Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
At number 6, I got Chris Jones, Kansas City. At number 5, I got Cameron Hayward. At number 4, I got Camboy, TJ Watt.
Damn, TJ still.
Yeah,
Oh, you said TJ. You
Watt,
said TJ.
yeah.
Oh, you said JJ.
Yeah, and number 3, I got Shaquan Barrett, and number 2, I got Myles Garrett, and then number 1, I got Aaron Donald. Like, yeah.
Good list. It's a good list. Nigga Duce got at number 8, he got Grady Jarrett. Number 7, Vita Vea. Number 6, he got Leonard Williams. Number 5, he has Kenny Clark. Number 4, he has Fletcher Cox. Number 3, he has DeForest Buckner. Number 2, Chris Jones. And number 1, Aaron Donald.
What are your tight ends, B? You got that?
Oh shit, I got linebackers and cornerbacks.
That's cool.
I got tight. I can look at. Well, no, because
don't trip.
Yeah, I thought about these players. I didn't think about the tight ends. So the tight end would be Rush.
All right, where we going next?
Corner.
Yeah, see, I got corner. Yeah,
we got a couple super chats. I'm gonna read these two real quick while they're in there because Flavian Zero said Andrews has most receiving TDs from a tight end since 2019. That's true, and that's going to be Lamar's safety blanket. So that's why he's up high on my list too. And Mr. Atman asked, y'all counting linebackers that play edge as defensive linemen? I kind of did, I guess, because I always looked at, well, not always, but I've looked at Khalil Mack like a defensive lineman since he's been in Chicago, based off the fact of where he comes from off the ball. Drink more water said, Watt, Z. Smith, Mack, and Barrett are all linebackers.
Yep.
In name only. I thought Mack was a linebacker. Always a linebacker.
Which is why they have TJ, because y'all said TJ Watt for D lineman. I'm like, wait, hold on, I fucked up. But nah, he's also outside linebacker too.
So does TJ Watt count or not? Because I can
technically no, but you know,
I can go Daniel Hunter.
No, there's other guys. It is what it is, man. Look, we had our list. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna go with it. You know, because those guys they play the end of the line.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
So,
and that's what I went by. I just went by where I see them play, where they line up. I didn't really, which is right, and you all are right. He is a linebacker. He's been a linebacker his whole career, but I just looked at him like a defensive lineman since he's been there. Since he's always on that edge. He's an edge rusher, is what he is, and that's the positionless football, similar to how basketball is now.
Yep. All right,
so you got hybrid.
Let's go corner. Beezy, we're going to start with you, number 8.
Number 8, I got Marshawn Lattimore.
Who got Ken?
James Bradbury. We talking about corners, right?
Corners, yeah.
What about you,
that's not a bad fit. Yeah, number 8, I got Bradbury.
Okay, and number 8, I got Marcus Peters. Beezy, number 7.
James Bradbury.
Denzel Ward.
We doing corners separate because I put corners and safeties together.
I just did corners.
Yeah, I separated.
Yeah, I did too.
Safeties I put together, free and strong, but corners I separated.
I don't know why I ain't do that and why I didn't think to do it. I was rushing. My bad.
All right. Well, do you? So we just gonna let you do your list separately then. We gonna keep it us, Trey, and you can go there. We'll go to Nick's list too. All right, so BZ, you said number 7?
Yeah, I said James Bradbury.
And who you got number 7?
Denzel Ward.
I got Denzel Ward. Number 6, BZ?
Stephen Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore.
Stephon.
Yeah, Stephon Gilmore.
Okay.
Who you got?
Tre'Davious White.
Me too. Tre'Davious White at number 6. Who you got number 5?
Marlon Humphrey.
Xavier Howard.
I got Stephon Gilmore number 5. Number 4.
Xavier Howard.
Who you got?
Stephon Gilmore.
I got Xavier Howard. Number 3.
Tre'Davious White.
Okay.
I got Marlon Humphrey.
I got Marlon Humphrey. Number 2, BZ.
Jared Alexander. Jair Alexander.
Same.
Okay. And then number 1.
We all.
Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, of course.
Jalen Ramsey.
Man, y'all better put some respect on Xavier Howard.
He top 5.
Yeah, he number 4 for me.
Yep.
He number 5.
That man top 2.
You
crazy.
Jalen's like position at number 1, the gap isn't as big anymore. It used to be. But to me, Jair, Marlon, and Xavier have all closed that gap. And between 2 and 5, it's very minuscule, like the differences between them. But I could definitely say out of everybody in my top 5, Xavier is still the one trending up, where all of the other ones I feel have plateaued. Xavier can still get better.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Yeah.
Who's your top 8 DBs?
Well, I do mine at the instances, all of them. But Nick had Marcus Peters at number 8, Denzel Ward at number 7, Tre'Davious White at 6, James Bradbury 5, Marlon Humphrey at 4, Xavier Howard at 3, Jair Alexander 2, and Jalen Ramsey 1. I really don't like putting James Bradbury on the list at all because of how he got done in by Julio that year. But
it's one game.
I don't care. That one game was the worst game in history of cornerback play.
Okay. History?
Right. Yeah, Julio had, 300-something yards on him that game?
He would have did that to anybody else on this list.
Yeah, I feel you. All right. So go ahead, Shelton, with your DB list.
The secondary list. The secondary list.
Before we get to our corner or our safeties.
I ain't where to go. Hold up. I had who did I have? Jared Alexander at 8. Chris Harris at 7. I had Bradbury at 8. Chris Harris at 7. Jared Alexander at 6. Jamal Adams at 5. J.C. Jackson at 4. Stephon Gilmore at 3. Xavier Howard at 2. And Ramsey at 1.
All righty. So moving on to safeties, Ken, who you got at number 8?
Number 8, Kevin Byard.
That's who. Shelton. Oh no. Yeah, we skipping you. For me, same. Kevin Byard. What about you, BZ?
Oh, whoops. My bad. We doing the safeties, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Number 8, I got Jesse Bates.
Bet. Number 7 for you.
Tyrann Mathieu.
For me, Harrison Smith.
I got Marcus May.
Number 6.
Buda Baker.
Me too. Buda Baker.
I got Derwin James.
All right.
Jamal Adams.
Yep. Jamal Adams, number 5 for me.
Yeah, I got Jamal Adams. Across the board.
Number 4 for you, Ken.
Jesse Bates.
Tyrann Mathieu.
I got Marcus Williams.
Wow. Derwin James.
Justin Simmons.
And number 3, John Johnson.
Justin Simmons.
Derwin James.
Harrison Smith at number 2.
Okay, number 1.
Minka.
I got Justin Simmons at number 1.
I feel like with Justin Simmons and Minka, so what they asked Minka to do is a lot different than some of these other safeties here, because Minka is deep third. That's we don't care if we're going man across the board. We're playing cover 3. Minka got deep third and come up and support the run. When you look at Tyrann Mathieu, you look at Jamal Adams, you look at Buda Baker, you look at Harrison Smith. They move those guys around. Like they put them in the box, they put them out there. So they move those guys around. So I think that when you look at how many plays Minka is involved in, sometimes I would say the professional people that put these type of lists together and stuff, they take that into account. I think they hurt Minka. And the reason why I put Minka number 1 was because out of all these safeties, who would I want manning the back end of that defense for me? And to me, it's Minka. Minka is one of the smartest safeties, not the hardest hitting safeties, but he'll come up and lay some wood too. But to me, he has the most range. You put him back there, if it goes up, he's gonna be by the damn ball way back there.
Yep.
And that's what I need for my safety. So that's why I put him there.
Hey, Nick's list is at 80 at Jamal Adams, at 70 at Tyrann Mathieu, at 60 at Jesse Bates, 5 at Derwin James, 4 at John Johnson III, 3 at Minka, 2 Harrison Smith, and 1 at Justin Simmons.
My only thing about Derwin has been the durability. But if you're talking about when he's healthy, it's not close. It's not close.
Yeah, if he was healthy, to me, he'd be the top safety in the game.
Yep, 100%. All right, so last but not least, linebackers. You got linebackers or nah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Bet. Even though you got a couple of top people missing, but it is what it is. I'll start off this one at number 8. Give me T.J. Watt.
Number 8. Give me.
We going that way. All right, cool.
Roquan Smith.
Ken.
Linebacker.
Roquan Smith.
I got Deion Jones.
Bet for number 7. Give me Darius Leonard.
Number 7. Give me Eric Kendricks.
7. Give me Darius Leonard.
Yes, Darius Leonard.
Yeah. At number 6. At number 6, give me Roquan Smith.
Levante David.
6?
Yes.
I got Deion Jones 6.
I got Demario Davis.
At number 5, give me Khalil Mack. Shelton.
5?
He's still that presence. You still got to count for him.
5, give me Devin White.
Eric Kendricks.
Levante David.
But at number 4, give me Deion Jones.
Okay.
4, give me Darius Leonard.
I got Levante David.
I got Khalil Mack.
At number 3, give me Levante David. Shelton.
Number 3.
Sorry, my bad. I got on my list for a second. Bobby Wagner.
Number 3?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Khalil Mack.
Eric Kendricks. Number 3.
At number 2, give me Fred Warner.
That's mine too.
Number 2, give me Fred Warner.
So look at the IG hoes.
I got Bobby Wagner.
I think I messed something up.
I got Fred Warner at number 2.
At number 1, give me Bobby Wagner.
I got Bobby Wagner too at 1.
I think I messed something up. I slid my list. I did my list.
Looking at all that scattered ass on IG. That's what's going on.
I'm trying to see who I had it. Wait a minute. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I got Fred Warner number 1 for me.
He was my number 2. Yeah, he was my number 2. And Bobby Wagner.
7. I just realized I only had 7 on my list. So Fred Warner is my number 1.
So then who's your
Nick shoot. Dang, I got to see my whole list again. My number 8 would be.
Damn, I can't believe I forgot to do tight end. How did that?
It's an easy list to make, though.
Yeah, I don't understand. How did that slip my mind? I forgot to do tight end?
Miles Jack.
I'm about to look real quick, and then
Miles Jack is my.
Miles Jack.
Yeah. Nicky Duce got at number 8. He got Dante Hightower, who I was gonna put Hightower on my list, but he's been out. I need to see what he look like. Khalil Mack at number 7. He had Roquan Smith at number 6. Darius Leonard at number 5. Eric Kendricks at number 4. Levante David at number 3. Fred Warner at number 2. And Bobby Wagner at number 1.
You know what's crazy to me? There's just certain teams that for whatever reason they could just draft a position.
Mm-hmm.
And the damn 49ers always got a killer linebacker. Or there's outside middle, like they always got a linebacker that's causing some type of havoc, man. Like, because I know even though his career was short, I still think he should make the Hall of Fame. But Patrick Willis, like how are we only like less than 5 years removed from Patrick Willis and y'all motherfucker got Fred Warner?
Yeah,
like, that's crazy.
That is.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. We don't named everybody. I see people kind of question me putting Deion Jones as high as I did. The reason why I put Deion Jones there, in my opinion, he has the most range at middle linebacker. Like he had like from sideline to sideline, depth, everything, and then he could come up and hit. So that's the reason why Deion Jones, and he may not be on most people's list that high, but for me, again, I'm going like if I'm building my defense, what do I want? I want a middle linebacker that can move. You know what I'm saying? And the three people ahead of him, I would say maybe two of them could run just as good. Levante is almost there. I think Dion is better than that. But them top four guys, you put them in the middle of any defense, you don't got to worry about the middle.
Yeah, his durability, though, is in question for me.
What was that?
His durability is a question for me. That's the only thing. Other than that, you're right. But it's just him staying healthy.
I feel you.
Yeah, just to, I address some of the criticisms regarding the D lineman. I kind of, in hindsight, agree with what you guys are saying is in separating out the edge versus the interior. I think that would have made more sense if we did it that way. But we were honestly thinking about efficiency in terms of the show. But I think I think you guys are right there. But it is what it is at this point. But yeah, duly noted for next time.
Yeah, I agree with y'all in the chat too that said that y'all got to put Leonard up a little bit more. So y'all are exactly right. Darius Leonard didn't get enough love on a lot of people's list, in my opinion, too. I had him top 3. And he's a tackling machine.
Yeah, no, he's a beast. Yeah, he's a beast. I was what was I watching? The top 100 NFL players of the year voted by the peers or whatever. So we know Patrick Mahomes is number 1, and we knew they were going to make up for what they did last year. But Darius Leonard was talking about Aaron Rodgers. He said Aaron Rodgers got him with a no-look pass, and he said he had him going this way, and he said he zipped that thing right by him. And it was you got to hear him say it, but and the way they set it up. But yeah, people forget Aaron Rodgers used to do those no-looks too. Like they had Patrick Mahomes was the first one to really got to do it. It was like, nah. He said he was looking this way and threw that motherfucker over there and said that motherfucker went right by him. And you could see him on the film start to move where the eyes went and the ball just went by him. Yeah, that shit was funny. They were also talking about, I want to take a moment to issue a bit of a correction. Or not of a correction, but just new information. But they were talking about Patrick Mahomes and the Super Bowl. And the way they put that highlight package together, I don't know how this motherfucker did the shit he was doing. Bro.
So you on this side now?
Man,
now you on this side.
Hey, man, look.
Because you wasn't a believer, Pat Mahomes?
No, I believe in Patrick Mahomes.
He was just saying that if Pat Mahomes was that good, he wouldn't have looked as bad as he did in the Super Bowl. And we've been trying to tell him that damn O-line was hurt.
It's not even the O-line.
His toe?
No, it's not even the O-line, the toe, or anything else.
What?
I think just the plays that he made under that duress.
Yeah.
It was amazing the way they packaged it together. And I remember watching it.
You didn't see it like that,
and I didn't see it like that.
Because the camera moves with the ball, so you didn't see everything that Pat Mahomes had to do to just even get the ball over there.
Man, it was crazy. Was that, Shelton?
No, I was going to agree with you on that. And sometimes we get caught up in just watching the game and what's happening within the game, and you're not paying attention to his greatness. Going back, you could actually see it.
Yeah, it was, and just what else did it for me? The Bucks. The Bucks were whooping their ass, and they were still like, man, what the fuck we gonna do?
Yeah.
This motherfucker, Godwin's like, man, I think he got to be a goddamn musician. The motherfucker was just this, and we still didn't get him. And they were like, he said, how did he throw the ball, basically laying flat on the ground? They were like, this guy.
Did you see that?
In the air, sideways, and threw a perfect pass. And you could see it. And I remember watching it. It was like, how the fuck he do that shit? But he's literally laying down like he's in a bed and threw the ball. And they were like, man, this motherfucker right here, bro.
Look,
it was amazing.
To me, one of the craziest throws in that Super Bowl was that first deep shot to Tyreek Hill. When he had to scramble and juke 2-3 people, get to that left, he had 2-3 people on him, and he threw it. Think about it. right-handed quarterback running to the left, defenders on you. Tyreek is double team, double triple team, and the ball hits Tyreek in the face.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Like how, Sway? When I saw that, I said, okay, bro, what he can look, and like I've always said, the only two people that I've seen be able to do similar shit, Aaron Rodgers, Pat Mahomes. But Pat Mahomes has more of what Aaron Rodgers has.
Mm-hmm.
Like Aaron Rodgers' arm, one of the strongest.
Mm-hmm.
Pat Mahomes is stronger. The only thing I would say Aaron Rodgers has that Pat Mahomes doesn't as good as Aaron is the quick release. Aaron Rodgers, his release is a bit quicker than Pat Mahomes, but everything else, never seen it, Ken. Never. And I don't think we will see it.
What about his pocket presence, though, FIFO? Don't you think Aaron Rodgers has the game's greatest pocket presence?
Yeah. And I would definitely give that to Aaron Rodgers over Mahomes. I would just have to say primarily because of experience, how many more years he has on Pat. You know, but where Pat is right now, what fourth year, third year? What year is he in? Third,
fourth year.
For him to be where he's like Aaron Rodgers wasn't where Pat Mahomes is right now in year 4. You know, so to me, I have to, yes, I give it to Aaron Rodgers right now, but by year 6, 7, I think Pat Mahomes get him. That's one of those things that comes with experience. There's certain things that the older quarterback is just going to be better at you. He done seen more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But man, I'm glad that you're starting to come on this side of the Pat Mahomes in that last Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, I normally don't watch this stuff, but I was hanging out with my in-laws, and we were just sitting around, and they had the shit on. And then they showed it, and then it's just the way they broke it down, and the way it really was the way his own peers were talking about him, and then the way the highlight package was, and they were just in awe, and they were winning the Super Bowl, like they were winning, and they were like, I don't understand how this is happening.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was something, bro.
And that also has something to be said about the organization, right? Because they saw everything that happened in that Super Bowl. What they go do? Go get you 2 Pro Bowl linemen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay. Because look, man, if you can keep Pat Mahomes upright, personally, they win that Super Bowl. It just like you said, he was a magician. He was running for his entire life the whole game. You can't do that a whole game. And then there's no adjustment. Like, what are you gonna say? Hey, you need to block better, bro. You a third string lineman.
Yeah.
In the Super Bowl against arguably the best defense last year. Nothing you can do.
Yeah. And speaking of which, we got a super chat on that. Well, not on that. We got a couple super chats. Before we get to it, though, drink more water. You're absolutely right. Darius Leonard is SC State, which is my alma mater. And I think it's James talking about Zeus. Zeus Senior, Orlando Brown Sr. went to South Carolina State as well. Josh Bros says, elephant in the room. Ken, why on earth do you have Aaron Donald at 6?
I don't see it, man. I think the brother's overrated. And going back to that same program that I watched, because he was ranked number 2 by his peers. And I was really, really curious. Like, I'm like, finally, I get to hear what his own people say about him. Like, what makes this guy so special?
Mm-hmm.
And they ain't really go into details. Like, I ain't really see anything. And most of the teams that were in that highlight package were sorry ass motherfucking teams. Go look at the video, because I was like, yeah, of course. Like, where are the good teams? Where's he doing that to the good teams at?
What makes him special is not a highlight. So it wouldn't be a highlight package on what Aaron Donald does, the attention he commands. Aaron Donald's best games. Yeah, his best games, you don't see any Aaron Donald stats.
And that's what everybody say again. But once again, why did the peers say that?
The people that say that. I sent the video in our group chat.
They just said you couldn't block him. He's so fast. He's so quick. He's so strong.
But I sent you the official NFL Network breakdown of Aaron Donald being number 2 overall. And in all of those highlights, like there was one highlight, I want to say it was goal line. And they said hike, and he was hitting the running back in the backfield. An interior lineman.
I saw it too.
That does not happen from the inside. Look, the type of pressure that Aaron Donald generates, play after
He doesn't
play
generate pressure like that. I'm telling you, man,
Even-
this shit is overrated, bro.
Like
This
I
is some
said, though,
analytics,
but
pro
like I
football
said,
focus, whatever all that shit is.
Ken.
I'm telling y'all, man.
Okay, you know what?
but like I said though, he doesn't always put up the stats, but you have to game plan around him. You have to account for him on every single possession, every single play, every single possession. You have to account for this man, and not with one person. One person ain't blocking
double
it.
team.
So that means you're doubling, you're tripling him. You gotta make sure that you account for him. The running back gotta chip him. You got to make sure you're accounting for this man, and that alone frees up for your teammates. I used to see that a lot early days in Carolina. They used to always talk about that with the defensive tackles and Briston Buckner and those big guys. Their job was just to clog up the lane and let everybody else run free. The good thing about him is he's so quick that he does make plays that other people cannot make. In the times he does not make plays, he sets up the rest of the defense to look good. Those linebackers look amazing because he's always in the right position making stuff happen, and you can't stop him.
Okay.
Go ahead and read out Drink More Water's joint, please.
Yeah, you can read anything you want.
Drink More Water was happening again. NFL and college football needed all 22 camera. People miss half the game that way, and it's set up just looking at the QB and the ball. That's correct. That's correct. And you got a lot of plays that happen. A lot of the game within the game is what makes the game special. Connor Pearson Ward with the super chat said, Ken, this man got 85.5 sacks in 7 years, consistently getting double teamed. So he's still making it happen from the defensive tackle position, not defensive end, not linebacker, the D tackle position with a consistent double and triple team. That's ridiculous.
That. 85.5 sacks from a D tackle, Ken, in 7 years?
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
Warren Sapp is
85 the best, the greatest defensive tackle ever.
I saw it with Warren Sapp.
And you don't see it with Warren Sapp. You don't see it with
Warren Sapp was a motherfucker.
Aaron Donald be moving people. 350-pound lineman with one arm. What is you talking about? Bro.
Warren Sapp ain't touch Aaron Donald.
One arm, but that's all he's doing.
He getting 85 sacks in the process. He getting 85 sacks in the process.
I'm telling y'all, it's all hype. It's all hype.
Hey,
they sell it. See, they be telling y'all about this whole damn, he be double the triple team stuff to kind of cover up. All right.
The chat.
All right.
Go, please
appear say
chat,
shit.
Please go in to Google for us real quick and look up who has the most sacks over the last 7 years. Because I want to
let me do this.
Aaron Donald's doing. Go ahead, Shelton.
Let me do this, FIFO. In 13 seasons, Warren Sapp had 96 sacks.
In 13 seasons. Aaron Donald, in half the time, is only 10 away. In half the time, Ken.
There you go.
And you say you don't see it?
I saw it with that, man. I don't see it, bro.
So you don't see 80. You don't see 80 sacks, huh? You don't see it.
I don't see it.
Well, in 13 seasons, let me finish these stats that I'm looking. I'm looking at it from year 5 for Aaron Donald. 13 seasons, he had 91 tackles for loss. That's Sapp. And Darnold has 96 tackles for loss. 19 forced fumbles in 13 seasons for Sapp. 13 forced fumbles for Darnold in 5 seasons. Not even, I'm talking like this 3 times a career now. 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, 1-time Defensive Player of the Year for Sapp. 2 times for Darnold in 5 seasons. Both of them are 4-time All-Pros. Sapp was a 7-time Pro Bowl, and Darnold was a 5-time Pro Bowl in 5 seasons. There you go.
Overrated.
Numbers don't lie.
Yeah, they don't always tell the truth either. You can make stats say whatever you want.
Well, all I know, if that's your stance, how many times was he Defensive Player of the Year? 2 times.
Yes, in his first 5 seasons.
Look at that! Come on, Ken.
The Pro Bowl every year.
Now. He just started really doing that shit.
That man goes to the Pro Bowl. He goes to the Pro Bowl every year.
He was average. He had one good season where he got like 20 sacks.
he done made the Pro Bowl for this year already.
Oh yeah, I mean, Pro Bowls, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Arterial Stover said, simple question: is it a wrap for Cam or not?
Yes.
No, it's not a.
You think it's a wrap?
No, it's not a wrap.
Well, in the way that he positioned the question, yes. If I have to answer yes or no, then it's yes. Now, and we talked about it earlier. B, you were still on Dead End Game, and go over there if y'all haven't check that out, by the way. But for me, Cam still has a couple of opportunities where he can potentially start or just be the backup. I think.
Do you think mentally he want to be a backup?
Of course not, but this is just where he is.
I have a feeling Jerry Jones gonna reach out to. I said that in chat. I like, man, watch Jerry Jones.
I think the Cowboys is the perfect landing spot only because Dak hasn't played, and you signed Dak. Why are you gonna put him out there in harm's way? Cam is very similar. Sign him for 1 year. Let him go out there, give Dak an extra 2-3 weeks, and then put Dak out there.
You think, but damn, because preseason's over, right? So that means he gonna have to figure out the offense.
Man, these are quarterbacks, man. Like the majority of them talk the same language. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously concepts and schemes is a little bit different, but Cam been around for forever. He should be able to figure that out.
Do you think he need to go in a situation where they can possibly win? Like, why not have him come back home? Ain't he from Atlanta?
Yeah, he just need to go wherever he has a job. Like,
that'd be nice, B.
About winning.
That'd be nice, B, if he came to Atlanta.
If he came to Atlanta, yeah.
I don't think they would have to figure out some type of offense for him. Connor Pearson Ward had a question for Ken. Ken, 12.5 and 13.5 sacks is average for a defensive tackle?
I mean, that's okay, but I think it might have to do with a lot of, schemes or maybe whatever type of defense they're running.
He is the defense. He is the front seven. No, he's the front seven.
Okay.
Look, what? There was somebody in the chat. I don't remember the name, but one of y'all said that Jalen Ramsey actually benefits a lot from Aaron Donald. Go ahead and repost what you had said in the chat because I saw that.
I agree with that.
Oh yeah, that's why they're on the same team.
The shorter time he has to cover, the better for him. Josh Bros with the super chat again. Josh Bros said expectations for the Lions this year. I think they have the least amount of talent in the league and will have the one pick. Sorry, Beasley.
No, yeah. I mean, yeah, they might be in one of the teams is in the running for the number 1 pick. That's gonna have the worst record this year. So, and they gotta play 17 regular season games. Damn. So yeah. Look, Josh. Hey, Josh. Look, you don't say sorry, bro. You speaking number facts, man. Trust me.
So, what type of player do you want to see the Lions if they do get the number 1 overall pick next year? Would you want them to take the number 1 overall player, or do you want them to trade down and get multiple picks?
I mean, I feel like if we going from scratch, I would say either get a quarterback if it's any. I don't know if it's going to be
Spencer Rattler.
Huh?
Spencer Rattler is your quarterback.
So even over Jared Goff, like you wouldn't try to keep Jared Goff?
Well, it depends on how you play. Oh, you asking me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I mean, but he made it to a Super Bowl. Didn't win it, but he made it. He played in the Super Bowl in a good position.
Play.
Yeah,
and for me,
but he's just not in a good situation now.
Yeah, he's not in a good situation. But if I'm the Lions, I'm trading. If I get the number 1 overall pick, I'm trading back, and I'm trying to fill more holes.
Defense.
Yeah, because one player isn't gonna make or break that.
Yeah, not in football. It's different in football.
It's different in football. So to me, it's like if I can move down to like still be in the top 13, move from 1 to still be in the top 13 and get multiple second and third round picks for this year and years and in the future, then I would do that. Because
absolutely not.
Huh? You say you wouldn't?
No, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. You was about to say why.
And the main reason is because to me, Jared Goff is at least middle of the pack quarterback. You know he's not like number 28 out of 30. You know what I'm saying? He should be between 16 and 22. You know what I'm saying? So if you have that, you put him in your system, in your culture, and then you get more talent around him, then let's see if we can move him forward. Because you bring in a rookie quarterback, to me, you're even in a worse situation than what you are with Jared Goff.
Even like a Justin Fields type of caliber quarterback, he might be nice for Chicago.
No, yes, only because that type of quarterback ain't gonna have nothing else.
What you say, Shelton?
FIFO, this is not Madden. You hold on to those picks sometimes. You are not going to trade down and get all these great players later. You take if you take a franchise quarterback, Spencer Rattler is that guy. He has all the confidence and moxie in the world. He'll come in and change the franchise, and you'll get a couple of those free agents to come there, and your franchise luck will change. You got to have a face of that franchise. Who is the face of the Detroit Lions right now?
True. No, 100%.
Nobody.
It's just I don't believe in Spencer like that. Now, my that opinion can change over the course of the season, but 100%. If you have like like the guy, like undoubtedly, like this is the guy, then yeah, you make that move because you're 100% right. Like that one guy, like Sunshine out there in Jacksonville. If you could go get that guy, then yes, you do that. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence. You go do that. But I don't see Spencer Rattler as that guy. I don't see no quarterback in this particular draft as that guy. But that can change. We'll see how everybody balls out. But as of right now, today, if the draft was right now, I'd be like, nah, trade down and get multiple picks. But if Spencer or another quarterback is that guy, then by all means.
This is Spencer Rattler's Heisman to lose. He's gonna ball out. Caleb McCoy, I wanted to say what he said. He said, Ken is for sure acting like Donald is a white man. That is really true. That's the truth, kid.
Chill taking advantage of bad teams.
Chill vibes with the Super Jet. Watson or Ben Simmons, who gets traded first?
Who or Ben Simmons?
Deshaun Watson or Ben Simmons?
Deshaun Watson or Ben Simmons?
That's
Simmons. A good question.
I mean, he clearly just said he don't want to play for Philly. He ain't coming to training camp or nothing. So I would say Ben first.
All right, let's get into it. When y'all finish answering the question.
I was gonna say I think it's Deshaun. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I think it's Deshaun because it's more imminent. You got a little time. Philly still has a little time to get the best deal. They don't have to make a move right now. If Houston is going to move on, which I still believe they're saying they're not right now, but I still believe they are. Now is the time. You got to do it before the season starts.
Should they bring Cam Newton on?
That's one of the teams.
Yeah, I think so. That's why I had him going.
What was you about to say, Ken?
You was about to go to it because the super chat is on the same thing. The super chat from Drink More Water. What's happening? He said, Ben, young socialite Simmons officially wants out of Philly and wants to be in California. That leaves Golden State, Sacramento, and the LA teams. Which of these teams has the best trade package? Sacramento.
State.
Yeah, who are they package?
All them two young rookies that they got this year.
Draymond, Wiseman.
If I'm Golden State, I'm trying to keep Wiseman. Because Wiseman and Embiid, I don't know about that.
Right.
That's powerful.
Yeah, but Wiseman hasn't shown, first of all, durability, and then number two, a consistent enough jump shot.
You said two young guns. I mean,
they had two lottery picks this year.
In the draft.
I don't remember their names.
So trade them off.
Yep.
And who else?
Draymond. Whatever else they want. Really?
Okay. So
whatever
three
they
guys and maybe some picks or some future picks or something like that.
Jonathan Kumunga and Moses Moody.
There you go.
Okay.
I saw the potential trade to Minnesota for D'Angelo Russell. My opinion is this with the whole
with the Sixers in Minnesota.
I think Ben Simmons fits nice in Minnesota next to Cat. Mainly because you have who's my guy out of UGA that I really like.
Oh, Edwards.
You got Anthony Edwards. He's a dog on that perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
Go get you a spot up shooting point guard type. Because you got Ben Simmons. You let Cat still play the 5. Ben is now your 4. You got your scoring guy on the outside.
So Ben Simmons playing 4, huh? Like a point pop.
He's a point forward. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's very similar to what they were trying to do with New Orleans, but that's a whole nother different situation. But in terms of just pure fit, to me, Minnesota makes the most sense. And I think from Philadelphia's standpoint, getting future assets and a lot of young talent is cool, but you are in a championship now mode. And you got to get a guy back when you let go of Ben Simmons that can hoop right now.
You think D'Angelo Russell is not enough?
No, I think D'Angelo Russell can.
Oh.
I like the fit for Philly. So that's why I like the Minnesota move versus any of the other California moves. Because if I'm Sacramento, there's no way I'm giving up De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
I drafted 2 young guards.
Buddy Hield, maybe?
If I'm really Buddy Hield, I'm giving you an all-around guy. I'm getting back a shooter.
Well, this Elvis Presley, I like what he said. He said Sacramento has, Halliburton, Hield, and Bagley III is a better package.
But if I'm Philly, all 3 of those guys have question marks in comparison to Ben Simmons, right?
Ben Simmons is good to shoot.
The biggest question,
but I know what I'm getting with Ben. I know I'm getting 6'10", defend all positions, pass first guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he don't shoot, but that's the one knock.
You give me them. If you give me them 3 and 2 number 1s, I'm done. You can have it.
Okay, now you throw in the 2 number 1s. That's okay.
That's different.
That's different. But if we're just talking player for player, I'm questioning.
No, I think somebody gonna ask for a draft pick. Somebody gonna ask for some 100%. Draft picks.
But if I'm Sacramento, why would I give up the draft pick? Because how else am I gonna build? Ain't nobody trying to come to Sacramento.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like,
the only way to build is through a draft.
They're a smaller market. Like, people ain't busting down the door. And then who's really busting down the door to go play with Ben Simmons like that? It's not like you got Dame. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's different. But nah. If I'm Sacramento, I don't make that move.
So is it over
for
Philly?
Ben Simmons and Philly.
Yeah. The process is done.
That's a wrap.
I think they can fix it.
Nah.
I think he's just being a prima donna.
He is. And he got a Kardashian on his arm. It's a wrap for him, bro.
He does?
Yeah. He not anymore. He was dating one
though. Say for instance he get traded. Is that it for Ben Simmons? Period.
No.
He's done.
If he's traded, you think he's
about to be a bust.
He's gonna be he gonna be a journeyman, you think?
Yep. He's about to be a bust.
I'll put it to you like this though, Ken. I definitely think it depends on where he goes. I think
if he goes to Minnesota, we not talking about Ben Simmons no more.
I think from a fit standpoint, yes, we would, because the shit he would do with those 2 guys, a big man that's very Embiid-like, just not as physical, right? But shooter, makes free throws, pick and roll, pick and pop, kid.
Okay,
maybe not as a great defender, and then you add the Anthony Edwards to that. You know what I'm saying? To me, you got a pass first guy that doesn't care about scoring. Then you got a big man that can do everything, and a perimeter guy that can do everything.
What that makes them in the Western Conference, though?
I think they're vying for the 8th through 6th.
But do you think they're gonna be like one of them? What's that shit you always say that you be in the worst position, like that mid-level purgatory? Purgatory team. You think they can? That's what it looks like.
Only because they're young enough that I think that a wily veteran may want to go there to be like, okay, I could be like the final piece. Like, let's just say, obviously he already signed somewhere, but like a DeMar DeRozan, in the future, somebody like that could come into that trio and added a quartet to it to make it even more solid. Then yeah,
I'm interested with how the Bulls gonna look.
Hey, did you just see the last move? Derek,
I know.
Jerry Jones,
yeah.
the big high flying Nick. So wait, hold on. So you got arguably the most athletic point guard, or one of the most athletic point guards in the league, pass first. Zach LaVine, I don't give a damn, is the most athletic 2 guard in the league. Then you put in DeMar DeRozan, and then now Derek Jones, and then you got the skilled big man. Hey, them boys is a top 5 team in the East, man.
No, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, sir.
The Bulls are for real. The Bulls, in my opinion, have the best starting 5 in the NBA.
On paper. So what?
Starting 5.
So do you think they can be the team? Remember we was asking, like, what's the team that can, like, kind of, like, shock people, like, that's going to, like, make a deeper run that we in? You think the Bulls can be that team?
Yes.
That can make, like, a deep run in the playoffs?
Yes.
Nah, Steve, I think you're giving them too much credit, man.
I mean, on paper, I see why FIFO is making the points that he's making. I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see how they're gonna gel together. But on paper, I definitely get or I understand why, regardless if I disagree or agree, I can see why FIFO is high on the Bulls, because on paper they definitely look. When I saw that Russ, I was like, oh, oh, they got him too. It was just like, oh, okay, they got a little bench too, and I'm like, okay, they got some guys that come off the bench. So
I love Kobe White off the bench now.
If they click like I think they can possibly click, I can understand why FIFA is high on them. But I still got to see the product. I still got to see.
You know my biggest question mark for that squad, Billy Donovan, bro. Billy.
Oh, that's right.
Donovan.
He is coaching them.
That's my the talent.
I can't wait to fantasy basketball. Oh man,
with the talent and how those players play. Because here's the thing. You could say there's a question mark still about Lonzo and the growth of his game.
Yeah.
But everybody else that's on that starting five, we know Vucevic is 2010. Doesn't matter who the hell is his teammate. He a 2010
man,
guy.
When I saw he was on there, I was like, holy shit, they got Vucevic. Yeah,
DeMar DeRozan now 18-point scorer. High 40s, high 40%. He'll take the threes when he needs to, but he ain't gonna force it.
He can break out a 40-pointer.
He can bring out a 40-pointer every now and again, and mid-range assassin.
Yeah,
one of the best mid-range guys. And then Zach LaVine to me is one of the most underrated two guards in the league right now. The man averaged over 25 points. He's very efficient, and that was with nobody.
Yeah.
That was with nobody. So now he got a point guard that all he's gonna try to do is look for him. Oh, you back cut, boom, lob. Hey.
Yeah, it's gonna be
the Bulls are gonna be nice.
Bulls gonna be interesting.
Interesting is a better word for me, and I say that because you talk about a guy. You talk about some guys who put up some stats, but out of those guys, which one is a winner on that team? Like, I guess you could say DeRozan, but you can't really count him as a winner. They put up nice stats, and it looks good on paper, but these guys are not winners.
I mean, just because they're not winners don't mean that they can become winners. I mean,
they can, but the likelihood of it happening and them having the best starting five in the league. No, sir.
I mean, I hate to bring this up, but people were saying this when Joe Dumars was putting that team together, the Pistons squad, the Tayshons and Billups. People were saying, where's the winners? They don't know where they got Rasheed Wallace. That he ain't no winner. He lost in the Western Conference Finals. And look what six straight Eastern Conference Final appearances. You know what I'm saying?
They had defense though.
I'm not saying the Bulls can do the same thing, but just because you put together a talented people that's quote unquote not winners before, don't mean that they can't become winners or become team players or become knowing their roles. You know what I'm saying? That's with any squad that you putting together.
But that squad, you named, they had defenders on that team with designated defenders that their job was to stop the other team. The Bulls have some nice pieces on offense, but none of them are writing home, about their defense. Lonzo's pretty decent. Yeah. But other than that, you really can't say much about anybody else. So in saying that, I just don't see it. I don't see it. I see them as they improved. I'm not saying they didn't improve,
right?
But not to the level where FIFO's putting them up there. They ain't that high yet.
We shall see, man.
Damn. So Rich Paul wants Maxey out of Philly too? Why? Dang, Rich Paul, that's crazy. Because I thought he was gonna probably take over for Ben when Ben was out.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that too.
We got another super chat from Josh Bros. He asked, who's going to have a better year, Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers.
You think so?
He's the better quarterback. And then that's no disrespect. That's no disrespect to Russell Wilson.
It's not.
It's Aaron Rodgers, bro.
You mean better year like what? Like more wins, better stats? Like what you mean like both?
I was going to say the only reason I would give the nod to Russell Wilson is I think that you're going to see DK have a monster season. And you already know what Lockett brings to the table. That's not to say that Aaron ain't going to be Aaron, but I just think you're going to see them boys ball out this year.
Either way, I think Ben Simmons is about to ruin his career.
About leaving Philly?
Mm-hmm. Unless he's been holding back his whole time playing in Philly and he got a whole
Arsenal somewhere. Yeah,
unless he got a whole package that's waiting to go.
So you think he's done?
I think he's about to ruin his career, bro. I think he's about to ruin his career.
It might already be ruined.
No, it could be, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Anything else?
No, I think we covered it up.
Thoughts on Cam before we get out of here, B?
Thoughts on Cam?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I always root for the brother quarterbacks, man, but I ain't looking too good for him, bro. I hope he get a shot. I really do hope he get a shot somewhere to possibly start because, let's not act like there's, 30 quarterbacks that's automatically better than him. But yeah, I hope brother get shot. I didn't see this coming actually. I didn't think when Kyle shot to Kyle when he posted it in our group chat, I was like, what? Like, and I looked on Twitter, I'm like, damn, he really is released. So, and I thought he had a good didn't they say he had like a good preseason or a good train or something like that? They
That's
say
what
he
they
was
saying.
Yeah, but they lied, I guess, huh?
They ain't lie, but I don't think you were here. But I told them,
Uh-huh.
and I was looking on Bleacher Report. It was week 1,
Uh-huh.
and Mac Jones checked in the game,
Yeah.
and them motherfuckers cheered. I was like, Cam done. The crowd cheered in New England for a guy that never played a fucking game.
What?
When that guy stepped on the court, they gave him a standing ovation and cheered and all kind of shit. I was like, Cam done in New England.
Yeah, he got a shot at if Texas is looking for somebody. If they're gonna be done with Watson, I say that can be a good opportunity right there.
Yep. So all Mac Jones had to do from there is just not fuck it up.
Not fuck it up. Yep.
Not fuck it up.
Yeah.
Play good enough.
Yep.
Match
Don't force
Cam,
it.
and
Yep,
then
Don't force
And
that's it.
That's
the rest
it.
will handle itself.
Yep.
And white folks got that man up out of there. And Cam fucked up when he went to did the little COVID shit.
Yep.
Mhm.
Bro, we good.
Hey, real quick, shout out to Corey Lyons. Hey, Bishop Sycamore, man, that's that squad. I don't know if y'all saw about Bishop Sycamore, but that's the team that scammed ESPN into airing their football game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still got to read up on that. I don't know what happened. I still
look
got to
at
read
it.
it. Yeah, I didn't read it.
So basically, all right. So ESPN has a company that kind of sets up all of their high school football games
Yeah.
for television. So they'll go and they'll vet the teams and all of that. I can't remember the name of that damn company because it's actually an interesting name. But anyway, when they approached this particular school that got blown out before the game or before they set up everything, basically that school told them, yeah, we have multiple D1 prospects. They basically inflated who and what they were. But to me, the craziest thing about it is that they just played another high school football game 2 days prior to that game. So you're putting these kids in harm's way. What the school said, and this is how I know that they shady, it was like, oh, well, we field multiple high school football teams. So there were a couple of players that played on both squads, but not everybody. And even though that's somewhat true, no, you should never put your players in harm's way like that. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if it's 10 or less. Yeah. It is what it is. But the fact that they got blown out by 58-0 in the game, nationally televised on ESPN, obviously that's not the product that ESPN wants to put out there. Like, this was not, a close matchup, and the fact that the team lied and all of that. And then it comes out that they're not even registered with the, high school association, bro, like it's a lot.
Who got fired from this one?
It was Paragon Marketing Group.
Somebody.
How do you not vet that?
Yeah, that's nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Because, and the crazy part, I didn't watch the game, but they were saying during the telecast that even the announcers were saying like they couldn't find these D1 prospects on this other team. Like, it's like everything we use to look up these players we don't know who nobody is.
When they like D3 rejects or something like that, like they played D3 ball or some shit like that, and they was rejects. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I saw that too. They were. It's Paragon Marketing Group that found them, and they said that that's some type of online only charter school with a football program not affiliated with the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Yeah, that's crazy.
B, we doing fantasy football or not, man?
I know Altwan texted me and asked me about that.
Yeah, he texted me too in the chat. Yeah.
Oh, he was in Altwan?
No, he wasn't in the chat.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, damn, shout out to Altwan. Why you asking me for it, man? Why you put me on the spot?
You run the league. You set all this stuff up.
I do, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So y'all play on Yahoo? When the regular season start?
I think we got 2 weeks. Well, not 2 full weeks, but not this Sunday, but the Sunday after.
With that Thursday after Labor Day. So what day is Labor Day? So Labor Day is the 6th. So that means the season starts on the 9th.
The season starts a week from tomorrow.
The 8th?
Yeah, I think it's a week from tomorrow. Let me see.
It's always that Thursday though after Labor Day. It's because it's that big Thursday night game. It's always like that Thursday night opener.
But I know they're playing on that Sunday, which I think is the 12th.
So they not playing on the 9th? No way. NFL always starting.
Yeah,
Hey,
Thursday,
people in the chat.
the Cowboys and the Buccaneers.
That's what I'm saying. So
that's
whatever.
what I was right.
That's on the what, the 9th?
Yeah.
So that's when the season starts. So the draft got
a week from tomorrow. A week from Thursday.
Yeah, a week from Thursday. Yeah. Yeah, the 9th. See, thank you. Someone in the chat said I knew I wasn't tripping. I have a person that don't even watch football, and I knew it when it was gonna start. Yeah. So the draft would have to be before the 9th. The draft would have to be like this weekend.
Yeah, we need to draft quickly.
Damn it! Why are you doing this, Ken?
I'm just asking.
Are you playing? If I'm playing, you playing.
Yeah.
I think Ken is gonna only play if I play. Jesus Christ.
Ain't none of us playing if you don't play, B.
Hold on. Didn't Kyle say he was playing too? Was he gonna play if we started in Sports League? I'm gonna ask him. I know Nick gonna play. I know Sheldon gonna play. Did FIFO say he was gonna play?
Yeah, FIFO's gonna play too, I think.
But see, me and Ken know FIFO. FIFO will play the first 4 weeks, and if he start off like 1-3 or something, he ain't gonna play no more. We need people that's gonna stick with it, even if you hell, me and Kim, we've started like 0-5 and still made the playoffs before in the fantasy football.
James said do a live draft on YouTube.
No, because then people can see who you gonna pick.
Yeah, Chill Vibe said do the draft live.
No, because people gonna see who you gonna pick. If we have
what you mean?
If we have it like, remember that time we had like the thing set up live? It was like our screen or whatever. So people saw like who we had queued up and stuff, and people was picking our players. You remember that?
Not like you got your own. Now you have your. We doing the draft live. If we do the draft
so like
live,
we just be like on a lap. You playing fantasy football?
Yeah.
Fuck, man, y'all.
FIFO, you gonna play, or you gonna? Okay.
The season starting.
Yeah, I'm only doing this like one basketball, one football, bro. I'm not spreading myself thin.
Gotcha.
I can manage that.
So what y'all prefer, Yahoo or ESPN?
Yahoo.
Yahoo.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. If I set it up, if I send the link. Damn.
Hey, FIFO, they said you worse at fantasy football or on Friday?
Oh man, that is horrible.
I'm worse than on Friday.
Chase,
I'm better in fantasy football.
Chase.
Why would y'all say that, man?
And Caleb, I don't be quitting things that don't go my way.
It's this Friday.
Caleb, he promised not to quit.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, Kaylin, trust me, man. I done grind it out a whole bunch of shit. I probably should have quit it, but
all right. So is that a yay or nay? I was in our Madden chat talking to a guy to trade everybody just to trade everybody.
I'm like 60-40 right now in favor of fantasy football. So let me see how I'm feeling by this weekend.
All right. I don't know how we'll do the announcement because I know some of you OGs, man. Some of you got diehards that's been in the chat that want to
maybe Tuesday. If I do make it draft day, it'd be a Tuesday.
Okay.
It'd be Tuesday.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, a Tuesday? We record on Tuesday.
That can probably be the live draft.
Well, we need to be able to announce it to some of the.
Man. All right, let me look at the times. Let me look at the draft because I know sometimes when you get closer to the season, the draft day, Yahoo has specific draft times that you got to draft at. So let me look at the draft times on there.
But we got to do it this week, right?
Yeah, I know this weekend because the season starts next Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we need a way to get some of the diehards that's in here every week that want to play with us in the league. I think some of them should get reserved spots.
Well, do they have the email address? What up, CD Styles? Yeah, because I was saying they can just send their emails.
Yeah.
The diehards just send the email.
Yeah.
So that way when the invite, we can just forward it to them.
And I'll know who you are. So because I see you.
Email it to you.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, they can send it to deadendsports@gmail.com.
All right.
deadendsports@gmail.com if you want to play.
Dieharders, send the email. Which email to send it to? It's going to be on Yahoo.
Yep. So send us an email, deadendsports@gmail.com, and let us know if you want to play fantasy football. And yeah, we'll set it up, and then
drink more water said make it a Patreon thing.
We can do that if We can do that for a season.
How we do that? How
I don't know. I got to figure that out.
Well, we got a few days, so just still sending emails though. We'll figure it out.
All right, so yeah, do both. Well, you do that, and then I'll figure out the other part.
Right,
but,
right.
All right, well, that's gonna do it for us this week, man. We'll catch you guys Thursday. We out. Oh no. Actually, there won't be a Thursday show.
Thursday is the mic still on Dead End Hip Hop shit.
Yep. We got to do some other stuff Thursday, so we won't have a show Thursday, but we'll be back Tuesday, and that'll be our football show, our official football show for the upcoming season.
Hey James, I didn't lose out there on the court, so I never took my basketball home, bro.
Hey Shelton, make sure.
All right, y'all, we out. Peace.
Shelton, send me your email.
Okay.